Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, I want to talk about ICP as the ultimate narrative holding crypto. And I got this idea from my AOS video. If you want to watch that video, my AOS price prediction video, if you just search my channel, AOS, you'll find it. And in that video, I examined AOS as a cryptocurrency that has a potential to grab a hold of lots of different narratives. And I saw ICP as like a better version of AOS that can grab a hold of a lot more than what AOS can do. And I'm very bullish on AOS. So that's where I got this idea. I want to examine ICP in light of all the different narratives that I believe we could see big moves in the next year to year and a half. So ICP, ultimate narrative crypto. But before we dive on into this, this is not financial advice. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. And while I appreciate that so many of you are hopping in here from all over the place, you've got to hit that subscribe button. I make price target videos every day at 6 a.m. Eastern time. I try to make at least one ICP related video a week. I make multiple videos a day. I try to keep up as much as possible in this rapidly evolving crypto space. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification button as well, so that you don't miss a thing. And I also want to let you know that this video is being sponsored by Cryptonomy. You've got to check out Cryptonomy. I'm going to take some time in this video to share with you a recent update that I'm very excited about. Please don't skip that part. And let me give you just a spoiler alert here. Launch pools. Okay, so taking advantage of cryptocurrencies before they launch. Cryptonomy has a new thing that's just let me just stop here and just say, you've got to watch the part. I talk about it all in that part, so don't skip that, okay? So let's dive on into this. Just by way of reminder, I believe that Internet Computer is going to a 1.5% market cap dominance, assuming a $7 trillion market cap. That equals a $1.5 billion market cap for Internet Computer at its peak and a $223.40 price target. I want to back that up by reminding you how ICP can reach that price. And then that might be hard to imagine at $15, 13 and change as of the day that I'm making this video. But I hold a lot of conviction, at the very least, that I am bullish and extraordinarily bullish on ICP. And I have a lot of confidence in this crypto. So let's talk about the different narratives it can hold. But again, a couple of things here. Watch my price prediction video. Watch my analysis as to how I could see ICP becoming deflationary. And then in this bottom video here, the path to $200, I just set a bit of a primer in talking about different narratives that ICP can grab a hold of. And I remind you of a few things. The Solana run-up that we saw from $7 to $126 recently, and it's now getting right back up to $126. That was very largely fueled by meme coins. It was people were buying Solana. They didn't care about the price of Solana, but Solana gave them access to different cryptocurrencies, different meme coins that people could go in and out. So they'd buy Solana, sell some Solana for the meme coin, then take profits on the meme coin, go right back into Solana. Their mindset was one soul equals one soul. We saw the same thing happen with Binance in 2021. It went from $20 to $750 in a matter of a few months. And I am of the firm belief that ICP is going to be an access cryptocurrency, a cryptocurrency where people will want to buy meme coins in order to want to buy ICP, excuse me, in order to get in and out of different meme coins, and just the money flowing through it. It's going to be really exciting. We have Ghost, the first ever ICP meme coin. Chart has been looking good. This is an older chart, but the price chart looks strong. This is not a pump and dump. I am currently in Clown. I have not talked about that recently. I am currently in this. I'm up 2x on my money. This is one of it's amazing to me. This is one of those rare meme coins, Clown is, that I'm not having to check the price chart every day. That's my problem with meme coins, is you've got to be checking it every single minute, it seems. I check this maybe once a day. Some days go by that I don't even check it. I have a lot of confidence in this cryptocurrency, even though it's a meme coin, that it's going to do very well over time. And it's just, holding around $6 right now. I've done a 2x so far. I really like the fact that I'm in this. So watch that video to examine my thoughts as to why I would expect ICP to go to $200. We talk about so many different potential narrative holding things, and meme coins and NFTs with ICP are certainly just kind of the low-hanging fruit. And so again, I just want to examine more so things that are not as much low-hanging fruit, things that you might not even consider when it comes to what ICP has to offer. And so I've identified these are not necessarily ICP-related narratives. Most of them are, in my opinion, but I've identified 7 different narratives that I think are going to be huge in 2024, 2025. This is my definitive list. There are other things that could be on this list eventually, but these are 7 that I've identified. We're going to see a season for these cryptocurrencies. And I'm going to examine every one of them in relation to ICP. So we're going to start with DPIN and then go to BRC20, Bitcoin Layer 2s, and then gaming, DeSci, meme coins. We already examined that, so I'm not going to head into that part. AI, and then advancement in DeFi. So what do I even mean by that? Well, I talk a lot about Pendle. I really like Pendle as bringing a new sector into DeFi that has not existed before. And so that's what I mean, just newer things that are coming to DeFi. And so I'm going to say a little bit about that. That's going to be closer to the end of this video. But before we examine all 7 of these, listen, you are going to want to hear what I have to say about Cryptonomy. So stay tuned. Okay, Cryptonomy, you are not going to want to fast forward through this part of the video. Let's talk about Cryptonomy because they've added some things that have me really excited to the point where if you saw my first video where I talked about Cryptonomy, I had about $5,000 of crypto, and I've added now since then $23,000 to take advantage of the things that they're doing. And I'm telling you, oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to click to the interest account here. And the first thing I want to talk about is their interest account with their fixed rates. So here's what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually planning on depositing some of my ICP into their fixed rate deposit. And what that's going to do is I have an option here of the interest rate and period doing 86.25% for 12 months, which you got to remember, that's a way better return than their governance reward for ICP. And that's an 8-year lockup versus a 12-month lockup that we have going on here. I am depositing all my ICP in this wallet. I have ICP elsewhere, but all of it is going into the interest rate, the fixed rate, 86.25% 12-month period. But it's actually not going to be 86.25% because I'm going to do in a monthly one where I'm going to get the interest automatically transferred to my wallet every month. Now that lowers the rate, but I like the idea of whatever my reward is, getting a monthly reward in that instead of an annual one. So that does lower the rate to 61%. I'm okay with that. I'm continuing right now. I agreed to the terms of this and I'm clicking create. So that is now going to be locked in here for 12 months. And so the request is sent. Awesome. But here is something else that I've got to point you to. I am so fired up about this. Their launch pool. So what's the big deal with this launch pool here? Well, let me just tell you this. I want to be honest with you real quick. I, as a content creator, will get access to things early on that I don't think a lot of you are just generally going to be able to get access to. And that's with cryptocurrencies as they launch. I'll be able to get access to those cryptocurrencies with pre-sales that's not generally available for the general public. But with the launch pool for Cryptonomy, there's cryptocurrencies that I don't even have access to here, but there's cryptocurrencies that you, as just a general viewer of this video, a retail investor, you will get that same access. This is huge. I'm taking advantage of this myself because there's so many things here, cryptos that I've already done research on that I'm really excited about. In particular, there's one on Ondo. They did an Ondo launch pool right here on January 18th of this year. And remember this price because this is a cryptocurrency that I did not take advantage of their launch, and I bought into this cryptocurrency around 25 cents. And so their launch price was 0.055. And you can see at the chart right now, it's 26 cents. So I'm up a little bit, but if I had thought about this or if this was available at the time, I would have, if this was available to me, because I didn't have Cryptonomy on January 18th, if this was available, I could have gotten into Ondo at 5.5 cents and seen something, it's at a 5.17x today. And so you can see through all of this, all of their launch pools that they're doing and the amount of X's that have been returned. And so far, every one of them have offered a positive return. And so what am I going to do here? I am creating a contract and I am depositing all of my Bitcoin into a bronze contract, into their launch pool. I don't have enough to take advantage of the silver, gold, or platform, but I'm depositing all of my Bitcoin into their launch pool. That's going to allow me to take advantage of every one of these cryptos that launch in the returns. Now, we're sharing profits with Cryptonomy, but again, they're granting us access to something that even in my position, I don't have access to every one of these cryptos that are launching. So I am just leaving it in their hands and sharing the profits with them. The potential for this is unbelievable. I mean, we're talking about 1 to 5x. There's cryptos that I already looked at that as I was scrolling have 13x returns. But you average that out, we're looking at, 1 to 5x returns. So I've already read and agreed to the terms and conditions. I already did that. So I'm clicking create, and I'm putting, what am I doing? 0.327 Bitcoin. That's somewhere between $15,000 and $20,000. I have a lot of confidence in this. I'm literally doing this right now as we're talking. And so you've got to come to Cryptonomy, at least check this out. And if you have any questions, take advantage of their support. You can contact their support, their email, or you can reach out to them right here on their website and just enter your message. And a message that I want to ask is like, man, this seems too good to be true. No, it makes perfect sense with the launch pads. What they're doing is that they're utilizing extra money so that we can both take advantage of the access that they have, and you can take advantage of the returns on these cryptos that you wouldn't have had access to. It's just a perfect marriage. I wish that other platforms had thought about this sooner, but Cryptonomy is a first mover in this. And so I'm really excited about the potential of this. Check out Cryptonomy, message them any questions you have, take a look at the website, and I hope that you can come to a point where you're as convinced as I am. Tons of potential here. Okay, I hope that you're as excited as I am when it comes to the launch pools and the fixed interest, but the launch pools in particular, I was so excited making that clip. Yes, they have sponsored this video. I'm just really happy to be sponsored by something that I really believe in. And so we've gotten that out of the way. Let's talk about the top crypto narratives for 2024, 2025, and we'll start with DePIN. And I really want to just start out by showing you a list, and this is on CoinGecko.com, a list of DePIN cryptos. And you can see there's a wide variety of cryptocurrencies on this list. I mean, it's not just one particular niche that we're talking about when we're talking about decentralized physical infrastructure. We have Filecoin, a storage cryptocurrency. We have Render with GPUs, Helium, Mobile, Theta, TV, trying to build a decentralized YouTube competitor. We have IOTA, Internet of Things, Akash, another Render GPU competitor. And then we have more storage, more different things, Internet of Things, etc. There's so many different cryptocurrencies that you can lump under DePIN. We have AOs again, which remember that was the one that kind of got me in this idea of talking about what does ICP bring to the table. ICP covers a broad tent. It covers a lot of the different, with storage, with GPU access, with so many things. All of this is available on Internet Computer. And we're talking anything on this particular list that we're looking at, anything that's decentralized. I think what you're going to find is that a lot of DePIN cryptos, a lot of DeSci cryptos, a lot of things that claim to be decentralized, that they're going to actually have a hard time being decentralized. And Internet Computer being a decentralized computer, being a computer that is trying to revolutionize how we are able to access the internet, it can cover all of these things. And what I picture happening with DeSci and with DePIN is an eventual migration on to ICP. Whether that's in 2024, 2025, or beyond, I can certainly see it happening beyond, but I could see it happening soon to where a lot of this is just moving into ICP as your premier decentralized internet and connecting the internet to the real world. And so DePIN for sure, ICP should be on this list, but it's not for some reason. It should be on the list. It is the premier DePIN cryptocurrency. I'm convinced of that. So we've covered DePIN. I'm not going to spend 10 minutes covering every one of these. It's just I don't want to make an hour-long video, but DePIN for sure, ICP is a part of that. BRC20/Bitcoin Layer 2s. I think for those of you who know about ICP, you already know what I'm going to say, and I don't want to spend too much time on this. I've already talked about CKBTC a ton, CKETH. CKBTC is Bitcoin on Web3. And so I've talked about this already. I'll just say it again real quick. We're not looking with Internet Computer as an ETH killer or as a Bitcoin killer. There's CK ETH, there's CK USDC, USDT, and there's going to be CK lots of other things, chain key, Bitcoin, ETH, USDT, USDC, etc. But we're not looking at a Bitcoin killer with ICP. We're not looking at an ETH killer with ICP. We're looking at something that is trying to make the pie larger. They're not trying to carve out their little piece of the pie. They are trying to make the overall pie better. So as ICP grows, that's only going to be beneficial to Bitcoin. And as ICP grows, that's only going to be beneficial to Ethereum with all of their warts and all. And I'm talking about Ethereum when I'm saying that I can't stand Ethereum right now. It's driving me crazy. ICP is the one that's going to grow the pie and not kill them. But as it seems, I wouldn't call this quite altruistic, but really that's the way they're pushing this, is that they want to just make the blockchain world a better place. And that's only going to be to a benefit for Bitcoin, for Ethereum. And as that happens, their piece of the pie is just naturally going to be carved out. So they're not going after their piece of the pie. They're going for the whole pie to be integrated into all of it. I love that about ICP. So when we're talking about Bitcoin Layer 2s, we're talking about that narrative. I wouldn't say there's no better option than ICP. I might say there's no better option than ICP. ICP, just like it's the ultimate DePIN, in my opinion, ICP is the ultimate Bitcoin Layer 2. And it's not even a Layer 2. But you can do so much building on Bitcoin, bringing Bitcoin to Web3 with ICP, with chain key Bitcoin. All right, so moving on. Gaming. We're new with gaming with ICP, but I really like their mindset. Again, their mindset here is not to make a quick buck with a lot of gaming, a lot of crypto gaming. That seems to me to be what's going on right now is just... I have a hard time trusting a lot of gaming cryptos. I looked through the entire list of crypto gaming cryptos, and sorry for that double word there, but listen, there was Beam and Superverse. Those were my two primary choices that I was really excited about buying right now, my high conviction plays for gaming cryptocurrencies. And then I looked through the list and I could think of a ton of reasons why I wasn't excited about buying a lot of those gaming cryptos. It was very disappointing to me because I think gaming is going to do well, but I just want to remove some aspect of gambling out of it. Sure, random cryptocurrency that boasts some kind of awesome gameplay or whatever, that could do amazing in the bull run, could do 20x or 100x. I want a little bit more confidence because I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of those gaming cryptos just didn't do anything, like literally anything at all this bull run. So we have ICP, paradigm shift in Web3 gaming enabled by smart contracts. Autonomous worlds are a paradigm shift in gaming, enabling developers, modders, and players to build composable and permissionless game worlds that live on the blockchain forever, now possible on the internet computer, 100% on chain. They are looking to build something sustainable, to take over the internet, to take over gaming in a way that is very attractive to me. So here we have Web 2 gaming often prioritizes profits at the expense of player enjoyment. Autonomous worlds on the internet computer prioritize the player experience. You've heard me talk about this before. Internet gaming is terrible right now. And if you want to bring over the gamer, I was going to say the casual gamer, no, just the gamer, the person who goes home and plays games for hours on end every night. If you want to bring them over to the blockchain, you've got to prioritize the player experience. And I'm saying that as a bit of a frustration. I've been to Nakamoto games. I've been to a lot of places, and their games are terrible. You walk around Decentraland, it's a terrible, clunky experience. Please prioritize the player experience, and the players will come. And you will see much more in terms of growth and development and dollar signs in the bottom line if you prioritize the player experience over prioritizing your pockets right now. Can we not think short term with this? Please, gaming cryptos. And ICP is right now primed to be a part of that, to be a big part of that. So that has me excited. Moving on to DeFi. I am a bit of a late comer to DeFi. As I have done research with DeFi, it makes a ton of sense to me. If you understand the peer review process, and this is not something that is original to me, it's not something that I've spent a lot of time examining, but the peer review process is very political. It's more so what is your research? What kind of funding is your research going to bring in? And then, when it comes to submitting things to peer review, you're submitting things to your competitors. You're submitting things, if you've made some kind of major advancement, you're submitting things to people who have an incentive for you to not experience that, to not, experience the windfall of that in advancement. So the peer review process is very clunky, is not something that is good for the advancement of scientific growth in this world, okay? So DeFi, I'm in. I am a late comer to DeFi, but it makes sense to me now. And so we are seeing DeFi come to ICP, and we have the first DeFi project on ICP right now in Noble Blocks. And so we're seeing new things happening with DeFi, with ICP, but the same thing that I said about DePIN, it's true about DeFi. And so what was that? Decentralized. You will find that a lot of cryptocurrencies that boast decentralization, they're not actually decentralized. And that's really important for DeFi. So what I picture, not only, we have Noble Blocks built on ICP, but I picture eventually a large migration to ICP as a truly decentralized internet. And a lot of these DeFi cryptos, a lot of them that are exploding right now, they're eventually, if they want to survive, they're eventually going to come to ICP. So you can read about Noble Blocks, do the research. They utilize the Internet Computer's blockchain technology to address the pressing issues of the traditional academic publishing industry, things that I already talked about. So I'm really excited about what's happening with ICP. I'm really excited about what's happening with Noble Blocks. I expect a lot more coming for DeFi, and I expect ICP eventually, maybe soon, maybe later, to grab a hold of that narrative. All right, so moving on, we're almost done because AI, I did some research. I don't know whether or not ICP is going to grab a hold of the AI narrative. My guess is that it's not, and that's okay because listen, I've talked about this plenty of times. Are we sure that we're going to have another AI narrative? Are we convinced about that? Because, what was that big AI push in late December of 2022 and then early into 2023? Well, that was after the launch of ChatGPT. So what are we expecting is going to be the catalyst that will send a lot of AI cryptos higher? Is it just that everyone's expecting AI to pump, or does there need to be some kind of catalyst? Whatever the case, it's okay. It's okay that ICP, as far as my research is concerned, is not one of the premier AI cryptocurrencies. But again, I think that kind of migration can happen over time. I just wouldn't expect it for 2024 and 2025. And then lastly, advancements in DeFi. I've talked a lot about ICP with DeFi. Check out this video. Money is flooding into the Internet Computer right now. You'll see what I'm talking about. And then I have right beneath that the list of top blockchains when it comes to TVL. Obviously, we would have Ethereum number one. Tron is probably a bit of a surprise to many of you that that's number two. But we have Binance, Arbitrum, Solana, Bitcoin, Avalanche, Polygon, Optimism, Sui, and then others are lumped into that 9.67%. And so here's the deal. I am firmly convinced that Internet Computer is going to be one of these top 10 cryptos in TVL. And so when it comes to the level of growth that we're going to see with ICP in DeFi, the sky is the limit, and that's going to send the price much higher. And I really am convinced, and I wouldn't be surprised if one day ICP was legitimately number one in TVL, overtaking ETH in that regard. It just makes sense to me. And so that is not a 2024, 2025 thing. And we'll see, I could see ICP getting in the top 10 by 2025. We'll see. There's a lot of promise, including with Sonic. Sonic is a new, it was recently launched. I read their white paper. I really liked it. Unlock the full potential of DeFi. And so again, as Internet Computer is trying to grow the whole pie, we're going to see a lot of migration from Ethereum to Internet Computer with CK-ETH. I think that's in the cards. And so DeFi, the potential is off the charts, and that's a huge growth area for ICP. I would expect them to make major headway over the next few years. Okay, so that is everything. That's all I have for today. You've got to check out that Cryptonomy portion of the video if you haven't already. Check out their website, ask their questions, just examine, and then you've got to check out the launch pools. I'm serious. Check out the launch pools. Ondo was in there. I own Ondo. I bought it at 25 cents. I could have bought that at 5.5 cents if I was a part of their launch pools. Okay. So anyway, enough about that. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section of this video. What particular narratives could ICP grab that has you excited? Is there anything I missed? Would love to know. Otherwise, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification button as well, and I will most certainly be seeing you in another video. Peace.